actually my last weekend before my midterm exams next week, and I'm spending it by going to the dentist, visiting Nick, and going to a few places in Antipolo later with Lian.
It's a date.
It's a date. I know it's not really an ideal way or like the best and most efficient way to spend my last weekend before exams, but I'm giving myself just this day, and when I go home tonight and tomorrow, I will study to death all the PFR and Crim topics that we have. Hopefully I pass my midterms. I really want to get good grades, but I'm not so sure how I'm going to do. This will be my first time to measure how much I've learned in the past month. And yeah, it's been a month now in law school, and I haven't been as active recently because it has been incredibly busy. We've had to read a ton of cases. We've had to deal with so many topics in such a short time, and now we're going to have our exams. So I'll see you later when I get to the museum. Bye! Okay, we are here at Pintô Art Museum. We'll be taking some photos and we'll bring you along. See you! It's so hot, but we're not allowed to take our masks off. So we're just going to go around and look at the artwork. So we're here at the restaurant. We're gonna eat lunch first because it is so hot. And we're waiting for the sun to go down a bit, just so it's not directly on us when we go around the museum. Wish,
Up or down?
wait, I'm wishing. Up.
Up.
What do you think my wish was?
Marry me. Ano ka ba?
That wasn't my wish, but close to it.
Oh, sabi ko sa'yo eh.
Almost, not entirely, but almost. Truffle fries. You can smell the truffle oil, no? Nice. So we're gonna taste it. Oops. Say ah. Yummy?
Good.
Yay!
Passion truffle nga.
We have the salpicao and the chicken teriyaki. May sasabihin daw siya while we're finishing the shake. What are you saying?
Yung mango shake ba? Kasing sweet ka?
Oh my god. That concludes our Pintô Art Museum tour, which was unexpectedly tiring. We're going home where I'll be studying and studying for the rest of the weekend in preparation for my midterms next week. So I'll enjoy the rest of my reading break and happy weekend. Bye!
Bye-bye.
We just found out that the Fieldside Market is open today. Most of the stalls are still closed, but I really want to go home now. So maybe we'll just pass by next time. But if you want to pass by and visit Arca South, our visitor center is also open. If you need a tour, let me know. That's the land portion of this vlog. If you look over there, this is actually Trine Enterprise Plaza, my baby. Construction is ongoing. We're at the I think that's a second floor now. And right next to it is the MDC building, the first office in Arca South. This is the first 7-Eleven. Small progress is always welcome. Okay, so it's time to study, and the way I do it is that I have this note where I paste the entire outline of the professor, and then as we go along, as we go to our classes, I expand that note by writing down how I understood the concepts, what my notes are for each specific case, and try to form an understanding or a general idea per topic. And then I'll synthesize everything I learned also in another file or in another note. So basically, I have this outline with all the cases, with all the topics, and then there's this other note, my handwritten note, where I try to write based on memory and how I understood the topics, so that later on when I try to recall them, I've already done that once. So that there's like that that other note is basically my practice on the topics or on reviewing the subjects. So if you noticed, I'm not using actual paper and pen since the start of my classes. I haven't printed a single case or written on an actual notebook or paper, because what I'm really trying to do is to save the environment, but basically minimize my footprint, because in law school you tend to have all these readings, all these cases, all these books that really make an impact on the paper that you use, that the volume of paper that you use, that you print out and all. So I try to put everything just on my phone, study on my phone, write down notes on my phone, and read the cases on my phone. I haven't so far bought any books yet, but if I don't do well in my midterms, I really will consider buying books to help expand my understanding of the laws and the cases at hand. One of the really interesting topics that I came across is the petition for declaration of presumptive death of your spouse. So basically, if your spouse has been absent for more than 4 years without you knowing your spouse's whereabouts, what happened, or basically if you have a well-founded belief that your spouse is dead, you can ask the court to declare them presumptively dead so you can remarry. And the reason why I found it interesting isn't because of the topic itself, but because of the cases that were assigned to us. And it's really interesting how, in all the cases wherein Justice Leonen was part of the decision, he was always the dissenting opinion. And it came to a point where, after reading the ponencia or the actual case, I I had come to expect Justice Leonen's dissent. And whenever there's no dissent, I know that he's not part of the decision, because he would always dissent. He was very adamant about his opinion on the issue. And I like how there's a sense of realism and compassion in the way he framed his dissent, because there's a really strict standard on how the court evaluates which cases are worthy of being declared presumptively dead, or which cases are worthy of having of being approved of that. He would always look at the specific circumstances of the petitioner, and he is of the belief that when the law asks for a well-founded belief that the spouse is presumptively dead, it is not the belief on the court's side, but on the petitioner's side. And there's this one line that I really like. He said, "We are here to breathe life into law and not to stifle the outcome it seeks to achieve. If relief can be obtained more swiftly by petitioner, then we must in good conscience give it." And that, I think, is really beautiful. It's a really nice way of looking at the law. It's a really beautiful way of looking at what the purpose of the law is. It isn't just what the law says, but what the law seeks to achieve. And in this case, the law, by putting this really strict standard, or by implementing this really strict standard on this topic, we're not breathing life into law, we're stifling it. I think I'm starting to really like Justice Leonen for this. I've been looking forward to all his cases ever since I read, or ever since I came across this topic. So we'll see. I think I'm forming my own beliefs or my own way of looking at the law from what he's saying. And who knows, it might change, or I'm just maybe finding out who I want to be or what I want to be when it comes to looking at the law. But yeah, let's see. For now, I have to study and pass my midterms. So this is weird, but let's try. There's 20 minutes left before my PFR midterms and I'm not ready. I'm so scared, but I don't want to study anymore. I've been studying the entire weekend and I'm just tired at this point. So I hope I do decent at least with my first midterm exam. I'll see you after this. So, bye. I just finished my persons and family midterms. It's my first ever midterms, and can I just say that I don't know what to say. Oh my god, what was that? I got a lot of questions confused. I'm not even sure with my answers, so I'm not really entirely confident about my score for this exam. But we're not out of the woods yet. I still have crim tomorrow, so I have to postpone my sadness for this exam, because I will just release everything tomorrow once I finish my crim exam. So that's it. It's time for me to study crim, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, it's me again, and I finished my crim midterms last Wednesday. And to be honest, I really don't think I did well in either exam, but I'm hoping to at least pass or get a decent grade. I'll update you guys when I get my results. But for now, I have moved on from the terror and the horror of all my first midterm exams. But now I have to go back to the daily grind because I have a lot of topics to cover in Consti class as well as in legal history tomorrow. So I'll see you next time. Plus, I'll also be listening pala to Red, the newly released Taylor's version of the album. Now she owns the entire thing. Happy for her. I'll see you next time. Bye! Tonight, I'm making pan-grilled chicken barbecue. So first, we grill the mixed vegetables and butter. And then we'll add the chicken barbecue so it cooks together. And then next, we lay down our barbecue. Mix it with the sauce. See the other side. Oh, look at our grill mark.